If you know the name of the iconic video game developer Naughty Dog, you've probably seen them unleashing some of the most iconic video game series, ones that have gotten most folks talking when they bring up the PlayStation brand. The Spinning Bandicoot, Snarky Treasure Hunters,
Careful.
Christ almighty.
Just kidding.
Nate, you're gonna give me a goddamn heart attack.
and that other one that makes you shoot people in the face while giant fungus zombies try to rip you to shreds if you're not careful. And of course, saving the best for last, and just so happens to be the topic for today's video, a boy and his sidekick. Which had begun as a laid-back platformer with basic controls that include jumping and kicking, when suddenly it shifted into something more T for teen, and added a lot more to play around with besides the platforming gameplay from the first game. Besides affecting the rest of the Jak and Daxter trilogy, Jak 2 was the first shift into their transition away from the cartoony approach they've had with their games in the past, and into the grittiness of Jak 2's world. Darkness, dictatorship, experimentation, death and hopelessness are all represented through the gameplay and the story. Maintaining those basic platforming and attacking mechanics that the first Jak game had, Jak 2 added guns. Lots of guns. Okay, I lied, 4. But all have varied amounts of uses for whatever situation. Scattergun for enemies at close range, the blaster for more ranged shots, Vulcan Fury if you want to spray and pray, and the Peacemaker. Well, you want to blow shit up and make it look cool? Well, there you go. Unlike the linearity of the open world aspect of the precursor Legacy, Jak 2 had made room for expansion as the streets of Haven City are up for grabs when it comes for exploration and attending the missions. Be it a hovercraft or a jetboard, there's always a way to get around the open world space, while, of course, giving you the option to cause some trouble amongst the common folk, just walking around. It really gave you an option to be a brutal, cold bastard if you really wanted to. Let's see, what else? Oh, right! Darkness. A lot of darkness.
Now that you carry the weight of darkness on your shoulders, you alone cannot save us. Our last hope rests with one still untouched by pain, and you must protect this young soul in our moment of truth. I grant you another dark power.
Take Jak's character. He was meant to be the light shining against the darkness for a hopeful future, but instead, Naughty Dog takes that young hero from the first game and in Jak 2 shifts him into a man who resembles nothing compared to that boy he was in the original game. Now it's just a fight for survival in an underground war against the Baron that rules over Haven City's streets. And I was saying not too long ago about being a brutal, cold bastard. It's either kill or be killed at times when the Crimson Guard are on your tail, trying to make you surrender and die. Being a hero is not as simple as it once was, but alas, Jak continued to persevere regardless, so he could fight for what he believed in and despite what the Baron tried to make him. It wasn't so much of an adventure anymore, a boy's dream to explore and save the world. It was more of a personal vendetta with a large oppositional force against Jak, even at times forcing him to go against his own morals and do things for the wrong people because he needed to adapt and survive. Go with the flow, but take every opportunity to strike against the forces of evil that threatened their world. So overall, the new mechanics and dark storytelling have definitely continued to translate itself over Naughty Dog's years as they continue to make games. Though the cartoony approach to their video game development has been ceased completely, Naughty Dog's decision to go the route they chose for Jak 2 definitely opened themselves up to a whole new world of memorable games they'd create in the future. And with that, we've come to the end of the presentation. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.
Like candy from a baby. No one will ever